Good morning to all. In today's session, we are all going to learn about the product, branding, and packaging decisions. So, let's begin with the definition of product. So, what is exactly the term product refers to? A product is anything which is offered to the market to satisfy a particular want or need, which could be a tangible good or you can say intangible services, any idea or any places, any events, etc. Its nature is defined by the combination of a tangible, which is physical, and an intangible services related characteristics and attributes, which also includes the tangibility associated attributes like branding, packaging, which also refers to an exchange of value and ability to provide the customer satisfaction or expectations. So let's begin the next section, that is called a nature of products. So as the products could be called a tangible and intangible. A product can be physical object or a service, it become a tangible product. An intangible which cannot be physically touched, that could become an intangible product. So when we talk about the tangible, it could be seen, touched, and felt. Let's take an example. It could be a smartphone, car, or any sort of t-shirt. So what we have weird that actually called a tangible product. An intangible which cannot be physically touched. It could be an insurance policy, or you can say any bank check, any repair service, or any haircut, etc. That could become that could become an intangible product. The second nature is its need satisfaction. If the one of the most main purpose of the product is to satisfy the customer needs and wants, and ultimately to resolve the problem of a particular you can say issue or any concern. Let's take an example. A computer system is purchased for problem solving and creativity. The next category, a nature, or which refers a nature of the product, is durable and non-durable. So the products can be expected to be for a long time, or it could be used up quickly. That could be termed as durable. And for example, a refrigerator or a house could be a durable product. Non-durable, it could be which cannot be expected to run for a long period of time, and it could be better to used up quickly. That could become a non-durable product. It could be a bread, butter, milk, bottle of water, etc. Next is a luxury and necessity. The luxury products are those products which can be for status, but necessity products are those products which is needed for a basic survival. That could become a necessity product. Luxury could be a designer watch or a high-end car or a luxury car. That could be a luxury product. But necessity is all about food, water, shelter. That could be the necessity product. Now we can come up to the characteristics of product. The first one is tangibility. The physical presence of the product itself is called a tangibility. So for example, the color, the weight, the material of the smartphones, where you can such product must have a physical appearance or a presence in the market, and you can buy the product and easily you can consume the product or use the product. That could become a tangibility. Next is the associated attributes, the added features and services that accompany the physical product. That means whatever the product have, it must have a features, it must have a services, it could be before and after sale services too, and that could be called an associated attributes. Let's take an example. A smartphone comes with the warranty, brand name, packaging, and after sales services. That would be attributes of the smartphone. Next one is the exchange value. The product must have a price or a value that can be easily exchanged for goods or services. Like for example, the price of the smartphone is its exchange value. The buyer would come to the seller and he wants to buy a smartphone, and in return the smartphone has been sold, and the price, the you can say the money has been paid up, or the value has been paid up to the seller. That's why it refers to an exchange process of goods and services. The next one is a consumer satisfaction. The product must be capable of satisfying the customer needs and expectation. Let's take an example. The smartphone performance or the features or the reliability or the validity must meet the customer needs and reach out the customer's expectations. Next one is a product product classification. The products can be grouped based on their characteristics like the price, brand, packaging, consumer behavior, etc. So grouping the smartphones into a different categories based on their prices, based on their, you can say, features, based on their you can say brand, for any marketing purposes, that could refers to a product classification. If any seller doing a classification of product based on the various characteristics, based on the price, brand, or any of the choices of the consumer needs, just for the purpose of marketing, it could become a product classification, which is one of the characteristics of product. Now we can come up to the next section, the difference between the consumer product and industrial products. When we talk about the consumer products, the products which is directly satisfy the wants and needs of the customers, that ultimately called the consumer products. Individual products that industrial products that could be used by the organizations as inputs for the purpose of the production of any other products, that could known as industrial products. Let's talk about the one of the basic aspect, another basic aspect, that's called buying motive. Consumer products are purchased with the you can say motive of the personal consumption. But when we talk about industrial, it's a mainly motive for the manufacturing of the other products. When we talk about the next aspect, that's called the nature of buyer. The next aspect we call a nature of buyer. The buyer of consumer products are more impulsive. That means they are just comparing the different brands available in the market, and then accordingly they will choose the best alternative or the best brand for to, so that their needs could be satisfied. But in case of the industrial products, it automatically gives a more you can say a rational or value. That means it compares the different brands available to them. Next is factors affecting the purchase decision. Advertising and sales promotion are always common schemes which definitely affect the purchasing power of the customer. But when we talk about the industrial products, the technical factors, cost, goodwill of the particular supplier, which always affect the purchasing decisions of the buyer. The next one is the number of buyers. The number of buyers of consumer products is large, but in case of the industrial is limited. Nature of demand. as the product you can say a set product is satisfy the wants and needs of the consumers, and directly they have a direct demand. But all in case of the industrial product, these products are indirectly satisfied the wants and needs of the customer, and ultimately they would have a, you can say, derived demand from, like we can talk about it, drive demand is just drive from the customers or the consumers demand. Next is a geographic distribution. The demand for the consumer product is widely spread, but in case of the industrial product, the demand for the industrial product is concentrated at the fixed location only. That means in case of the consumer, the location it keeps on you can say change, and at any location the consumer goods are available, but industrial it is a very specified locations or fixed locations. Channel levels, these products have a longer channels of distribution, but in case of the industrial products they have a shorter channels of distribution. The next concept is a product differentiation. What is exactly the product differentiation is? Product differentiation refers a process that how a particular company could distinguish a particular product or services from its competitors by highlighting the unique features, quality, brand appeal, etc. Company can also achieve through applying a various marketing strategies to distinguish their product from its competitors, like improving the product features, offering the superior customer service, building a strong brand image, and of course targeting the marketing niches. Few few examples which refers the product differentiation, that could be one of the foremost example is Apple, which is a user which having a user friendly design and ecosystem. The next one is Patagonia, focus on environmentalization, and the Rappos is exceptional customer service and return policy. That means these particular companies may have a unique products and which gives a uniqueness and which appeals to the customers, and that's why these companies have their own products which is differentiated or distinguished from its competitors. Next is, what are the ways a company can differentiate? The first one is the product features. As the product offers a unique, company offers a unique features, a better quality, or a more innovative design. For example, a car company might differentiate their product with superior safety measures, or any other snack company could use any organic integrants. So that's why it is also another way for the company that how they could distinguish their product from its competitors. Next one is a customer service. It also refers an exceptional support like Rappos, free shipping, Bessel, you can say free returns, 24/7 support, and offer in-store repairs than the competitors don't. So it is always that how a company can differentiate their product from its competitors in terms of customer services too. The next one is the brand image. It built a strong brand identity through the emotional connections, values, and lifestyle association. And the various companies has always come up and followed and always focused and followed the values, the connection, the lifestyle associated with its customers. Like Patagonia differentiate through its commitment to sustainability and the environmental concern, while the Nike connects through its brand image and athletic innovation. So this is how the company differentiate its product from its competitors' product, and just give and build a strong brand identity and a message. Next one is pricing. Pricing is also another basis of distinguish a particular product. So differentiate based on price is also the one of the major important role to play with. And company might offer a lower priced store brand to compete with the lowest cost alternatives, or a premium price to signify the luxuries and the higher quality. Next one is the customization. It always allows the customers to personalize the product. For example, the athletic wear company like Adidas or Nike, it offers a customization options than the competitors don't offer. Next one is the distribution and convenience. So making the product more accessible and easier to buy than the competitors. So it could include having a more extensive distribution network, like Coca-Cola have that network, offering a more excitement ordering process as well. Next is niche markets. It always focus a very specific market segment or a targeted market segment. For example, MACD is one of the you can say well example of the niche market, as it always open up a multiple product lines like the Happy Meal, economy value meal. Like it could be talk about the, if we talk about Happy Meal, it's a chicken mac meal burger, or I also open up the Mac Cafe, which also deals with the coffee drinkers, healthier options to appeal the broader range of customers. It could be the younger to the senior citizens, and that's why it refers to a niche market. So niche market is also the one of the, you can say, way that how you differentiate your products from its competitors and capture the overall market share. The next section is the product line decisions. Product line decisions is always includes that how a company could manage a group of the related products by adding or removing the items, and such type of process is called a product line filling, product line stretching, or pruning. So when we talk about the example, extending a shampoo line with its more variants like filling, that's called filling. Expanding a brand or a new to a new price level, that means stretching. Or discontinue a unprofitable product, you can say unprofitable or unprofitable product like charcoal barbecues for a company that also sells gas ones. That's called pruning. That means just discontinue the first and just entered into the new one. It's called pruning. So this is how the decisions to be taken based on these situations. So let's have a key decisions and example. The first one is a product line filling. It's all about adding the new products into the existing one or existing product line, and that's called the product line filling. Like for example, a snack company add a new chips flavor into the existing chips product, so that the customer could also enjoy the different tastes. That's why it refers to a product line filling. The next is a product line stretching. It's all about expanding a product line to reach to a new customers segments, or you can say changes the prices, which could lead to the demand for such product either upward or downward, or a both combination of both, that could lead to a product line stretching. A company known for its you can say low cost personal care products, they always add on the premium line products, or you can say luxury care products, and that could be called a product line stretching. So when any company who is who engaged in who always deals with the cosmetic products in at low cost, and they also come up with the more varieties of products of the cosmetic which having a premium line of products or a luxuries line of products. In case of the cosmetics, that could be called a product line stretching. Next is a product line pruning, removing the products from the existing product line, or removing the unprofitable you can say or outdated product line. That could be called a product line pruning. That means removing the unprofitable product and entering into a new segment or a new product line. That could be called a product line pruning. Next is the product line length, the number of products within the single product line. That could be called a product line length. For example, a brand could start with just 2 shampoos, but now they have a 10 more shampoos with its variant with its different variants or different types of shampoos. That could be called a product line length. Next is a product line width, the number of different products lines a company offer. That could call a product line width. For example, Hindustan Unilever Limited have a multiple offers a different product lines. It could deals with the cosmetics, it could deal with the or cosmetic or the personal care. It could also deals with the home care products, food products. So that is called, when one company deals with the multiple product lines, it could called a product line width. The next section is how the companies manage the product mix and lines. So the company can manage their product mix and lines through applying the various strategies like expansion, contraction, modernization, filling the gap to adapt the market demand, with examples like smartphone company, you can say releasing the new models, snack company removing the you can say unpopular you can see flavors. That could be contraction. A car manufacturing introducing a new product, or you can say a new version of the existing product. That's called modernization. So product line management is always adding or removing the variations of the existing product or a single product line. That's called product line you can say management. But while the product mix management is all about the decisions across would be taken up for the different products line regarding their product, regarding their prices, regarding their promotion, that how it could manage the physical distribution factor. So these are the key management strategies. The first one is the product line extension. So when a company introduces a new variation of the existing products, like new flavor of chips, new variants of shampoo, that could call a product line extension. So a smartphone maker releasing several models, that's called a product line extension, and along with different features and prices such as SE version or a Pro version, that could be leads to this type. The second strategy is a product line, you can say pruning. So eliminating or underperforming or obsolete products from the mix to focus resources and turn into the profitable items, that could call a product line pruning. Like food company, you can say pleasing out the flavors of chips and come up with the new variants of chips so that the customer would be more consistent, you can see to taste a new flavors, and it leads to a more sales. That's called the product line pruning. Next is the product line filling. It's adding a new product to the existing line of products to fill up the gap in the market. That's called product line filling. Like for example, a clothing, you can say retailer adding a new category of accessories, like you can talk about the belts or hats to the existing product line, that could call a product line filling. The next one is the product line modernization. It's updating the existing products to meet the new market trends due to a technology advancements. That's called a product line modernization. An automobile company introduces the hybrid or the electric version of its popular sedan and the SUV models so that they can meet up the growing needs for the eco-friendly vehicles for its customers. Next one is a brand extension. It's all about to extending a brand into the new brand but related product category. If a company deals with the shoes, or then of course, and he come up with the t-shirt, new line of t-shirts, then ultimately it's called a brand extension. So a company known for the selling jeans, and it expands the product lines to include a new line of shoes and t-shirts, then it's called a brand extension. How these strategies are managed: through taking up the strategic decisions. Product mix and line. A product line is a group of the related products, like all of the Coca-Cola's different colas, while the product mix is a complete set of all the product lines a company offer. That could be a Coca-Cola mix, include its variants Cola, Sprite, Dasani water, Smart water, etc. Strategic decisions where the companies can make about the width, about the length, about the depth, about the consistency. When we talk about the width here, we are talking about the more number of product lines. When we talk about the length, we refers the total number of products. When we talk about the depth, we refers the variants within the product line. And consistency relates that how related the lines are of their product mix, and that sort of, these are the strategic decisions that the company has to make about its product line. Next is resource allocation. It is very important to do a resource allocation. So by pruning or expanding a product lines, or the companies can easily better allocate the resources towards the product with the higher potential of such product lines for growth and profitability. Next is the market responsiveness, that how the strategies could manage. It could be managed when there is a good response from the market to the company. So these strategies, where we are talking about length, width, depth and consistency, so automatically these strategies would also help the company to stay in a competitive environment. Accordingly they could respond to a changing consumer preferences, technological advancement and the market trends or changes. And that's why these strategies would also help to all those companies, so that they could respond effectively when there is a changes in the market, changes in the consumer preferences or any change in the technological advancement. Then accordingly these strategies would help to the companies. The next concept is branding. Branding is a practice that how a company could craft its unique product or unique name or symbol or design of a product which identify a company and its design, and creating a perfect or a specific perception in the minds of the consumers, and that's called branding. It also involves more than just a logo, but the overall experiences, the values and emotion connection the customer could have with its business. Apple brand, let's take an example. Apple brand is built on the promise of innovation, sleek design and the user friendly experiences, and these uniqueness has appealed to the minds of the customer, and in this uniqueness and this factors will automatically appeal and memorized in the minds of the customer. And such brand which all, whenever they introduce any new product, customer immediately buy it without having any single thought. So that could be called branding, because every company and its product have its own brand name, symbol or design, where the company could also identify, oh, it's my product, it's my company logo, and which always give us a specific impact in the minds of the consumers. That exactly called branding. Importance of branding decisions in marketing. It always increases the customer loyalty. A strong brand image which always build an emotional connections with the customers, and which ultimately increases the maximum business. For example, Starbucks rewards program encourage the repeat purchases by offering the customers rewards for their loyalty. This program, rewards program, is also refers to a Haldiram, Bikaner, etc. Next one is it differentiates from competitors. Branding always create a unique identity as compared from its competitors, and along with the unique features and how a consumer could easily recognize the company brands. Like for example, Coca-Cola and Pepsi have a very similar product, but their distinct branding creates a different emotional connections and a customer preference accordingly they could prefer either Coca-Cola or Pepsi or both. Next one is supports a new product launches. When we talk about the support, a strong and trusted brand name can be leveraged to introduce a new products more easily. So because the customer are more likely to try something new from the brand rather than on the existing products. Next is it allow for a premium pricing. A well-established brand will always come up with a huge reputation for the quality and the value which command the higher prices rather than the unknown competitor. Next is attract and retain talent. A positive company brand can also attract the qualified professional so that they can also align with the company values and mission. It also aids in market positioning. Branding decisions are also crucial that how it reposition a company brand in the market and so that it could appeal to the new customer segment, and of course they could also respond to the changes in the market trends. Next is the packaging decisions in marketing. The first one is the product protection. It ensures that the packaging safely contains and protect the product from the damage, contamination or the spoilage during the transit, storage and display. The next one is the brand communication. Packaging also refers to an extension of the brand, that how it convey the brand message, the value, the personality through the design like color, logo and font size. Next is a customer attraction. The design could visually appealing and attention seeker to attract the customers and create a positive image in the minds of the consumer, either online or offline. Next one is the information and labeling. Provide an essential information to the customer such as the ingredients, the user usage instructions or recycling information is also the one of the feature. Next one is the convenience and usability. Design the package to be convenient for the customer to handle, open and store and use, which could be ease for the customers. Next is sustainability. It also consider the environmental factors or public policies so that they can also use the eco-friendly materials and design which is easy to dispose or recycle. Next one is the differentiation. It also use the unique shapes, colors and styles to make the product more unique and leads to a competitive you can say advantage. Next one is the cost and logistic. Balance the cost of packaging material and the production with the desired marketing objectives, which always ensures that the package is suitable for the efficient shipping and handling cases. Next is key branding decisions. The first one is the brand sponsorship. It is refers to decide whether to use the manufacturer name like Kellogg or a distributor private label brand that is called a store brand. Next is brand name. Choose between giving each product a unique name. It could be an individual branding or using one name for all products, that's called a family branding, or a mix of both. Next one is a brand extension. It always extends the successful brand name to a new product, potentially the same or a different company. For example, you can say Onida used its name for appliances like washing machine and music system. Next is brand repositioning. Making changes to the brand image or the target audience is the most significant you can see element of the branding decisions. Next is a brand identity. Developing a unique visuals or the verbal identity including logo, color or brand personality. It would be one of the significant you can say decisions of the branding. Now we can talk about the branding approaches. So what are the approaches? The individual branding, family branding, and the co-branding. When we talk about individual branding, each products get its one di- uh, a distinct brand name and you can say clarity. But examples you can talk about: Procter and Gamble uses a different brand names for its numerous product lines. Next is family branding. A single brand name is used across the multiple brands while the same or related product lines. But for example, you can talk about any of the like Haldiram, who is you can say having a multiple product lines, but it's using the same brand name. Next is co-branding. Two or more brand partners to you can say create to co-create a product or service. Like for example, Nike is also the one of the example in co-branding who is collaborated with another brand so that they can create a specific store line. You can see in the shopping malls where under one roof there are plenty of brands. When you talk about the athlete, you can see athletes where the co-branding works or exists in that in terms of collaboration of one brand with the different brands, and under one roof a different brands clothing of athletes exist, where the customer could also have a you can say look up a different brands of different clothes. Next is a corporate branding. The company, you can say, overall brand is used to represent the company and its products only. So there are Simon is also one of the example. Ford, a luxury brand, is also the one of the example who are using this branding. Next is the online branding. It refers how a company market itself, you can see, through other channels. And same as Spotify is also a distinct green color or unique visual you can say identity, so that the customer can easily identify, oh, it is a spontaneity, and we just use the to listen the and enjoy the music online. Next is a private label branding. A brand related or the brand created and marketed by a retailer or a manufacturer, that could be called a private label branding. Like for example, a grocery stores is a brand who always which always known for its goods, for its unique products. It could be referred as a generic product for its own stores, that could be refers to a private label branding. And the last one is a no brand approach, marketing generic products without establishing a strong brand identity. So, when we talk about the example, the product sold in a plain packaging, sometimes with only the necessary products information displayed, that called with no brand, that sort of brand called a non-brand approach. The next concept is packaging. What is exactly the packaging is? Packaging is most important because it protects the products, facilitate use and transport, and act as a marketing tool as well. Its functions include the physical protection from damage and environmental factors, providing a convenience that how the product is to be handled and to store. And it also attract the customers through the brand identification and information on the packaging itself. A few examples are Ziploc bags for snacks that keep out the moisture and appealing the product containers and draw customers on store shelves. So this is how the packaging could also helps to promote, could also helps to keep remain in the minds of the customers through its design, through its appealing visual, you can say logo, or you can say attraction. And these bags also helps to keep the product safe from the moisture. Importance and the functions of packaging. The first one is the product protection. Packaging always protect the products from damage, spoilage, or the contamination during the transport, storage, and handling. Like the Tetra Pak seals milk to prevent it from spoiling before its expiry date. Another example is cushioning material inside a box protect the fragile items from bumps or the scratches. Next is convenience. It makes the products easier to handle, store, or use or dispose of. Let's take an example. A salt shaker is a convenient way to dispense salt, and the you can say any other ziploc system could also be used to protect the chips more fresh. Next is marketing and identification. Attractive and the well-designed packaging is also helps a product out to be crowded, you can say self and identify the brand. For example, Nestle Maggi noodles is recognized by every customer through its distinguished yellow packaging. A glass jar of coffee is easy to store and reuse, while the brand logo is prominently displayed in that glass jar of coffee. Next is information and communication. Packaging and its labels also provides a crucial information to the customers, including their ingredients, or you can say usage, instructions, and warnings. For example, a toothpaste table includes a list of ingredients and the usage direction. Even a medicine packaging is also shows that what would be the manufacturing expiry date to use. Next is transportation and storage. Proper packaging optimize space, making it more efficient or cost effective for the transportation purposes. For example, the outer cardboard boxes is also helps to utilize goods for shipment, and their you can say study material also prevents denting or the collapsing. As you can see, when a particular family shifts from one state to another state, and what would be the luggage that to be also packed, and it also packed in a outer cardboard boxes, so that the products would be safe and during the shipment. Next is safety and security. It can also ensure the product's content have not been tampered with and can protect the customers from harm. Like a bottle of acid has a child resistant cap to protect the user from the accidental contact. A sealed package of a pre-packaged food assures a customer that it has not been opened. And in case of water bottle, a sealed water bottle or pre-packaged water bottle also assure the customers that it has not been opened yet. Now we can come up to the next section. The packaging is also termed as a marketing tool. Packaging is a powerful marketing tool that acts as a brand first handshake with the customer, influencing their perception, how it differentiates the products, driving increasing the sales through unique design, storytelling, and interactive elements. Few example is a status symbol Tiffany and the Co Blue box, the interactive QR codes on the Coca-Cola bottles, the sustainability messages of the Lush, you can see cosmetics, and the distinguished minimalism of Apple packaging. So why it is termed as a marketing tool? Because of differentiation. A distinguished shapes, colors, graphics is also helps a product to stand out alone in the crowded you can see place of customers, and with brands like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Brand building, the design and the material used, it's also used to communicate the brand values. For example, Apple uses a sleek and the minimalist packaging to convey a premium quality product, while a Lush uses a minimal eco-friendly material to align with its brand value of sustainability. Next is a storytelling. Packaging can also narrate a story about the product origins, what would be its history, and the people who can also who are the people who made such packaging. So this creates a more engaging experiences for the customer, like silly ghost vodka packaging and the laughing cow, or you can say characters packaging. Interactive elements. The brands can also use packaging to encourage the engagement through the QR codes, augmented reality, the contents, or the special offers, which also refers to both sales and social sharing. It also enhances the customer experiences. Clever design can also create the memorable unboxing experiences that increases the brand loyalty, and it also makes the customer feel that they are opening a something special for the customers. Examples of packaging as a marketing tool: a Coca-Cola Share a Coke campaign. It's a personalized label with popular names, encourage the customers to buy the bottles for themselves and friends, driving which increases the sales and the social media sharing. Next is the Oreo limited edition packaging. The brand regularly releases the packaging with the seasonal themes and the creative designs, which also spark the excitement and encourages the collectibility. What would be the legal requirements which are affecting the packaging decisions in India? The first one is a journal and the legal metrology requirements. Here, the labeling. All pre-packaged commodities must have a legible and a prominent label. Next is a manufacturer, and important information must include in the packet. Next is net quantity. It also states the net quantity of the commodity in terms of their weight, volume, or any number. Next is retail sales price. The retail sales price must be clearly displayed on the packaging. Date marking. Specify the month or year of the manufacturing or packaging, and best before or use by date. Use these words in the packaging. Lot and batch number. Include a lot, batch, or code number for traceability. Next is a contact person. Its packaging must include or must provide the contact information for the person to whom a consumer can make complaints. Next is a food specific requirements, which called FSSAI. It's like clear labeling, ensure the clarity and avoid the deception with labels in English or Hindi. Neutral information. Provide the neutral information like kgs or ml or per serving. Integrants. A lot of integrant must be provided. Veg or non-veg symbol. As you can see, if it is veg, that means a green signal. If it is non-veg, it gives a red signal. So it refers a symbol for veg or non-veg. It must be included in the packaging. Food additives. It's declare any food additions. Specific declaration. For eligible oil, declare the absence of beef. Safety. Packaging must protect from the packaging must protect food from the contamination and the maintain safety. If you look up the storage or the frozen of food or items or meals, that is, it required a license requirements from the FSSAI for the companies. Next is environmental requirements. A plastic waste management would also occurs, and it also includes the QR codes or the barcodes as well. Next is the other consideration is a country of origin. For imported proceed food, specify the country of origin. Instructions for use include the instruction for use if necessary. It always occurs in terms of using up any medicines. Intellectual property, packaging and labeling should not be infringe on the intellectual property rights of others, and it should be ruled by the Bombay High Court or any other court exist. Next is branding and packaging. What was the difference between the branding and packaging? So let's have an overview. So what would be the core purpose? Branding, it's to create you can say a unique name and in the minds of the customers, but packaging is to be physically protect the product, giving all the necessary information. Scope, a broad marketing strategy that also include the all aspects of the product identity and reputation in case of branding, but packaging is a technical element of the product physical presentation, including its box, bottles or any other integrants. Key components, it should include the logo, brand name, slogan, visual imagery and the overall message. But in case of the packaging, the containers, wrapper, design, color, typography or any other information labels should also include in case of the packaging. Next is the primary function. It also helps to build the brand awareness, trust and the long-term customer loyalty. And in case of the packaging, it must ensure the product should be protected from the damage. It facilitates the transport and storage, and also make the product stand out on the shelf. Next, in case of the customer interaction, it also develops an emotional or the psychological relationship with the customer. But in case of packaging, it provides the first physical, a tangible point of contact with the product. Next is branding and advertising. Branding is a long-term process that how a company create its identity, personality, while the advertising is a short-term paid promotional activity which is used to circulate a specific message. So let's say no overview of the differences of branding and advertising. So automatically when we talk about the branding, so it always create a unique message and memorable you can say identity. But in case of advertising, the main purpose is to circulate a special message you can say about a particular product. Scope, Branding is always refers, you can say, all the aspect of the product's identity and reputation, but advertising is a paid promotional efforts which being used to specify a specific message and a unified message to the customers. Key components: when we talk about branding, we use a logo, brand name, slogan, visual images, etc. But in advertising, it always refers to a promotional activities like personal selling, you can say sales promotion, public relation, etc. Next is primary function. The primary function of the branding is just to make it more aware, more trustable, and long-term customer loyalty. But in case of advertising, the primary focus is how the unified or a special message be how to be circulated to the customers. It could be through the social media, it could be any online and offline promotional tools it could be used. Next is a consumer interaction. It also develops an emotional and a psychological relationship with the consumer, but advertising is also helps that how the advertising would connect emotionally with the customers, and how it will build up a long-term relationship with the customer itself. And this is how the branding and advertising could also distinguish, could must have differentiate to each other. Same in case of branding and packaging too, because branding and packaging in somehow it's differentiate to each other, and how it's work towards the achievement of the company goals. That's it for today. Thank you so much for listening this lecture. I will come up to a more and more interesting and important and coming topic. So till time, thank you and namaste to all.